I feel like I'm trending in the right direction, taking every day one day at a time, trying to execute at a high level, come out here and make plays and move the chains for the offense. Um, Take great coaching, correct my mistakes as soon as we get to the meeting rooms, and just come out here and add value.
When you say trending in the right direction, would you say you're not quite 100% yet, still working up to
I don't really know what you guys what your 100% is. I'm always chasing perfection and trying to, win every rep. I'm a competitor. I don't prepare to lose. I prepare to execute and make the play. So it's a process. It's a learning process. But the good thing about the Saints, we have a lot of great competition on the other side of the ball. So I feel like it won't take long. But you gotta get in the groove. You gotta get some things down. But with the coaching and the players I'm surrounded by, I'm not really worried. I'm just taking it one day at a time.
How would you say that relationship with you and Derek has been progressing in training camp so far?
I think it's been progressing tremendously. Derek, he's a great leader. He's very vocal. He knows what he wants. He tells us what he wants. As an offense as a whole, we lean on him to be able to come out there and make his job easier. So we're taking it one day at a time, but we're doing a lot of communicating and correcting our mistakes when they happen after practice or right after during special teams, certain situations. So I feel like that's something that's trending in the right direction, but we never want to feel like we arrived or we're 100% because it's a long season. And right now we're just in training camp. We haven't even played a preseason game yet, so we're just building, staying honest with ourselves, and competing at a high level. And eventually, once you get used to competing, you compete to win. So you're gonna eventually start winning.
How long does it take to really get those those nuances of learning, hey, I'm going to be here when here, we see this defense,
that's just like attention to detail, being on the same page. I don't have a perfect answer for you what it takes, but I know we'll get there, and we take pride in that, and we know that's our job, and that's what we have to do. So we'll get there, and we'll get there when we need to be there.
Mike, we saw a couple of snapshots during minicamp, but how good does it feel to be out there full in training camp with no limits?
It's a blessing for sure, just to be out there, not on the side watching, and just being able to put stuff on film and then go back and critique it and go back and hone on your craft, because that's all the receiver position is. It's just a craft and creating separation. It's pretty much like art, and you just have to know how to use your body and get your steps down, certain things like that, the little nuances that probably won't show up on paper, or some people from the side won't even know what we did. We made it look kind of easy. So just the small things, just building on those, building on the details, and like I said, just taking hard coaching and trusting the coaching and applying it to my game. That's what I really missed, with just coming out here to be able to perfect my craft.
Hey, Mike, everybody always talks about how serious you take every rep.
Yeah.
When did that start for you, and where does that motivation come from?
I think that kind of came, a little bit I probably built from just my childhood, but then it really built when I kind of went to Ohio State. I had ups and downs there. Like my second year, people may not know I redshirted. People usually don't redshirt their second year, so that kind of put a chip on my shoulder and made the chip on my shoulder bigger. And just knowing how to pull from those situations in life where, you couldn't compete or you couldn't win, or even just my injury where I just had to be watching from TV or watching from the side and couldn't put my hand in the plow, and just those things building up make you want to lock in and seize the moment and just take advantage of the opportunity when it presents you, and just not letting things get away. But I credit my coaches for just coaching me hard, believing in me, just kind of, in a sense, challenging me to dig deeper, and then I got addicted to it, and I'm just addicted to perfection.
How big is the chip on your shoulder this season?
Oh man, the chip is very big. It's very big, but it grows every day, I feel like. But that's a good thing about this game. You get to go out there and you get to attack someone, and then you get to go out there and you get to compete at a high level and score points and win games. So that's what I love the most, being able to win games, compete at a high level, help organization, help the guys around me, and just, I come from a winning culture from Ohio State, so that's what we was trained to do. We was trained to win everything. We kept score on everything. So we bring that here. A lot of the guys that came from Ohio State, they bring that here too, and we just try to add to the pile.
Mike, there's a maintenance schedule for you, DH said.
Yeah.
How difficult is that for you because you don't like to not work?
I'm learning, like I said, just taking coaching, trusting with DA, the plan he has in front of me, and then doing more when I can. You don't always have to do stuff when, the cameras is out here or people are watching. You can still go find ways to get better and work on yourself when no one's watching. So I take pride in that too, being able to do stuff like that. And, it's limited, but if you want to get better, you still got to work on your game and work on your craft and work on the little things. So I'm always trying to find ways to get better, whether it's taking care of my body off the field or if it's just catching jugs after practice or many things. It's just a lot of nuances that go into it to create the player that I want to be.
Mike, speaking of that Ohio State bond, how do you approach the daily competition with Marshon? I'm sure you guys
It's
get along
good on
well, but
good.
you don't wanna...
Yeah, it's good on good. He gets his licks, I get my licks. I've been going against Marshon like 9 years. So I think I'm very grateful for that because it allows you to not do the same things. You have to be like locked in. It forces you to pay attention to the details, know your opponent, and it's always going to be a competition. It's always going to be a fight. He's a tremendous player. I look up to him. I've always said since I came into the league from the time where it was time to draft the year after and draft him, like, go get him. So I always believed in Marshon. I always felt like he was the best DB, so I take a lot of pride in going against him. And sky's the limit for him because he still has so much untapped potential. So knowing that and coming off an injury to be able to come out here and compete with a guy like that, I think that's like a blessing in disguise because that'll pay off in the long run for the whole team.
How intense is it? I mean, is it like if you're going against your brother, you want to win even more, or do you?
Yeah, for sure. It's a little bit of that too. We're definitely a brotherhood. I spend a lot of time with him off the field. We talk a lot. He's a competitor. He hates losing too, and it was times when like you got to just be on top of your game. Like, he's a ball player and I'm a ball player, so we compete at a high level. But as long as we competing at a high level, we're gonna be able to add value to this team, and then everybody else come up to our level, and we just keep getting better.
Mike, how good do you think this offense can be with just all the weapons and different guys you guys got?
Oh man, we could be tremendous, honestly. One day at a time, but we see a lot of flashes on it from film. We've already been seeing a lot of flashes of it, like just in practice. We have a tremendous group, a lot of guys that are gonna show up and show out. I feel like this year, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be explosive. Coach preaches explosive plays and making explosive plays, and we have a lot of explosive players. So from all across the offense, so we're eager to put that on display and win games and handle our business.
Hey, Mike, what's your message to the people who doubt you?
I mean, I kind of just feel off the doubt. I kind of like, people might call it crazy or people might call it like, I don't know, but some people say if you don't have any haters, you ain't popping. I mean, I really like use it as fuel for me. Like, I mean, if you doubt me, like, first off, you're probably not in my shoes, and now I'm just gonna go harder, and then I'm gonna prove you wrong. Or certain ways, it's just like a whole mental thing. Like, if you got a strong mind, anybody could doubt you. It don't matter. Like, I've been blessed to be in this position, and all I know is it's about my craft and perfecting it, and I have strong faith. So I think doubters and stuff is good for the game. Like, a lot of guys come out here and come to work, and people don't care about nothing they're doing or whatever. So it's more so like, I mean, I like it. Like, doubt me. You could doubt me, then I'm gonna get you, and then we'll see what happens. And then that might be like a psychological problem for you because I just proved you wrong, and then you still doubt me. I mean, it's good for the game. It's good for the sport.
One of the things that you wanted, like the spell with those doubters is the
I just want to come out here and play football and go hard, point A to point B, catch a lot of passes, move the chains, do the things we used to doing, and people are used to seeing us do, and just help this organization win. And that's what this game is about. It's about winning. It ain't about he say, she say, the doubt. We got a sign that says, like, to kind of eliminate that when you leave out of here and stuff. So, like, if your mind's strong, like, the doubt don't matter. The only thing that matters is about winning these games and scoring these points and moving the chains and, staying healthy, being there when guys need you. and hanging banners and stuff like that and playing for a Super Bowl.
Is it proving the availability aspect of that? Is proving that you can stay on the field and be healthy for an entire season? Is that what
Yeah,
you think?
I go hard. So sometimes, you might get injured going hard. Like, I don't loaf, I go hard. Like, and sometimes when you go hard, you gotta learn how to channel it a little bit. But I mean, I love this game. I love competing. The game doesn't change. It's the same thing. Getting open, creating separation, making plays, and moving the chains. That's how I look at it. I don't really get caught up in like new style of the game where it's like a lot of questions and stuff. I just execute between those lines and just make sure I make my plays.
Mike, when you started right now, as far as your top end speed from when you first came into the league?
I would have to ask Doc that. He said I'm running pretty well, hitting pretty good speeds and stuff. But like I said, I never feel like I arrived. Even when I was one offensive player and did all those things, like I still have more left. You always evolve in this game, like and it's all about chasing perfection and executing at a high level. Like, so I never want to feel like I'm there, but like I'm always looking for more work to move in that direction, to get faster, to get open more, to catch more passes. So that's the stuff I'm always looking for.
Last question with Catherine, and then we're done.
Mike, when you started practicing again, was there any point that you felt like you had to regain confidence in your body, or that you could plant your foot and the injury would hold up, or anything like that?
Not really. Once I passed my physical and they gave me the green light and they checked all the details they needed to check, I trusted it. Like I said, I have real strong faith in God, and I know it was a process to get here, and I didn't cheat that process. So eventually, if you don't cheat the process and you stick to the grind, you'll reap the rewards and the benefits. So it allowed me to come back out here, and like I said, I'm just fine-tuning everything, missed a decent amount of time. So like, for me to say like, yeah, I'm 100, get out here, no, but like I'm moving in that direction every day. Like when I leave here, I'm gonna go find ways to move in that direction and just chase perfection. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Mike.
appreciate it.